Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 back with another head draw video. It is Sunday, so we're back making another head draw. Today's video is on, I guess, ink sands from Undertale. There's a lot of versions of sands. Again, still never played Undertale, so don't really know what's going on with this, but looks pretty cool. So we'll just be drawing this, not this exact picture, but we'll be drawing ink sands, and this is the reference I'm going to use. And, and this video was requested by Fredbear the Bear. Thank you very much for your request. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, let's get drawing. Okay guys, so to start off, this picture's not going to be the one they seen off reference just a second ago. I'm going to draw kind of my own sands. Mainly just because I think it'll be a good learning experience just to see how to draw something looking from a reference but draw it differently. So we're going to start off with a circle for his hands, and I kind of want him holding that giant brush that he has, I guess. I don't know. So we're going to have one arm go down here because his shoulders will be like this. One arm go down here. Another arm can kind of go, I guess, like this. Because we just want the brush to come down, like so. But then we can draw, kind of want a curve in his body. And then one leg can be straight. Another leg can be curved. Something like this. And yeah, it's pretty good. That's good enough to start. Again, the line gesture is there only to get an idea of what you want to draw. Not exact. You have to go too far into it. I never really do. So I'm going to draw his head now. And it pretty much looks the same as normal sands. So we can draw the cross shape, and then his eyes are going to be kind of looking down. And then we can draw kind of like the C shape in the middle. That kind of goes up and over. And then another one here. Goes up and around. Like that. And then kind of just big oval that goes underneath for the eyes. And then kind of like a little bump here, and then into the skull. Like this. Kind of do a little curve line with a triangle on the bottom because he's a skeleton. He doesn't really have a nose. And just a curve line here, so kind of curve out. And down and over and up. And then just kind of curve into the head. Like so. And we'll give him a little smile. It can be just a kind of curve line like this. And then just kind of like a little triangle on the bottom. Yeah, that looks nice. And then for his eyes, this eye, I don't know if this is just for ink sands, but I'm going off the picture. This eye is an oval, like so, with a smaller oval inside. You can color that in. And then he has like a star for an eye here, so I like drawing stars like this, where you do like a triangle and cross, and then back down, like that. And then we'll just only draw in the star part that we see. And I'll erase that so it's a bit clearer. And then you could also shade inside of his eye because they're black. Like this. And then you could give him a little temple here, just to show like this part but on the flatter side. And I guess you can give him little eyebrows like that. Oh, we can shade in his nose as well. Alright. Now he's kind of wearing a scarf. A really big scarf, too. So, well, I guess he always had a scarf. Again, never played Undertale, so we're going to go off here, kind of do a sharp curve in like this. Then another one. Kind of curve it down. And kind of like a V under here. Goes up and over and in. Like that. And then since his like scarf's kind of like a cape almost, we're gonna have it go up and around like this. And then I guess this will be where his arm is. And I'll kind of be holding the brush here, kind of directly down. Like that. And then I guess his hand can go like this. And like that'll be his thumb. I guess we can draw the brush. Yeah, might as well. So the brush is just going to be two parallel lines like this. And then just round it at the bottom here. And then here you can just kind of draw like a curved line or an oval if you want. You won't see all the oval. But then you can just draw the big brush tip, which is basically just like a water drop. You can do like a water drop, like 2 spikes. Maybe 3. 3, yeah, that looks good. Kind of like that. And draw some ink coming off of it, which is basically, again, more water drops. And just little, it's basically just little circles with like spikes on the bottom, like that. Something like that. And actually, no, I think will look better if he's holding it where his palm is this way, or the outside of his hand. So he's holding it something like this. Like kind of backwards. You know? So, and again, simpler to draw. And then just for the fingers, he does have 5 fingers. Something like that. And again, for the fingers, I basically just followed the guideline that I made. So, here's where like the knuckles would be, here's where the bottom of the fingers are. And I just did 2 lines going down, like a little hump, little circle on the bottom. And then his thumb will be over here, but you can't really see it. And apparently he's wearing like brown gloves with like fingerless holes. So draw little curve lines there, just to show. And I guess if you want to, you can kind of draw like lines going down for like the knuckles of the glove. 3 usually do pretty well. And then his gloves are kind of like, almost like gauntlet type gloves where it has like a big wrist part. So you can draw that in, which is basically just curve line like that. I guess you can kind of give it like a cuff type deal. Something like that. Alright, and then for his sleeve, it's kind of open. So I'm just kind of drawing kind of like a V, and then just round it around the arm. And then the arm is bone, so you can draw just 1, and then another line that goes like this, and then just 2. Whoop. Just to show, just kind of like bones. You know? Once that's done, you can kind of draw on the sleeve, and the sleeve will overlap the scarf he's wearing, so something like that. And we can draw on his body, and he's kind of wearing like an armor plate, it looks like. So that keeps his body kind of squarish, like that. And then I guess you can draw like a little kind of curve line here just to show like where the armor, like the gap in the armor is for his arms. And then 2 straps going down. And then you draw another 2 straps here where you like just kind of barely see them. And he has his hoodie in a little knot, which for a knot you could just draw a circle and just draw like a curve line in there. In the middle, kind of like that. And then you can draw the sleeves. They're just kind of really flowy lines. It's cloth, so it wouldn't have like hard, jagged edges. And a curve line for the opening of the sleeve, and another one for like the sleeve design at the end. Draw little curve lines, just showing it like kind of folds around. It kind of wraps around here, and again, you'd kind of do what you did for the scarf here, where it's just kind of over some curved lines to show it's like kind of folded in and tied up. And then it's kind of his brown shorts, which again the brush is kind of covering up a lot of that, so really don't have to worry. But we can start drawing in the shorts here like that. And then if we were to draw it in, it would be go down, and this would kind of be like one leg, and his other leg will kind of be about here. And it kind of has like a curved line in it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, he wears like shorts and like Under Armour under the shorts. I guess we can kind of draw that too. Just kind of curve out in, and that stops about here. And like that. And then again, just goes in, stops about there. Kind of draw a little curve line here for the knee. And then I guess it has a design on the side. So just draw a curve line following this one. And then just kind of little squares, it looks like. That's a little thin. Little squares like that. Alright, and since we're like so low, we'll just get it, just finish his feet. So his feet, this shoe will be more head-on, so to draw that, you just kind of draw the tongue of the shoe first. Just kind of like this rounded square like that. And then a big oval for the front of his shoe. And then you can kind of just draw in little side things like here that jut out. And then you kind of do a curve line connecting them like this. And then it looks like he has a strap above here. It's kind of like a rectangle almost. And then just you can just draw like kind of an X for his shoelaces. And then curve that around. Just kind of define this shape a little bit more for the shoe, or like the front of it, with a little rectangle on the bottom for the sole. And then just 2 curved lines going up on top. That's pretty much it. And then for the sideways shoe, oh, we almost forgot his legs. His legs very similar to his arms over here. You kind of draw 2 curved lines like this, and then another one here. Mainly, you draw like 3 lines like this, because there's a gap in between them, but you're seeing it from like this direction, so you don't actually see the gap, but you will see the gap on this foot because it's sideways. So to draw that, we'll just need to get the shoe shape first. just kind of like this. Yeah, that's about it. That's about right. And then for the legs, this is what I'm talking about, where you get just 2 parallel lines and then 2 parallel lines here and here, which actually they should connect a little bit better. They should kind of like go into one another. Like that. And then for some other shoe, we'll start off with the tongue, which is kind of just a rectangle this way. And then a line that curves around like this. And down and over. Something like that. And then you just kind of draw, like basically follow the shoe shape we made. That goes down. Then you could draw the little strap he has here with like the X's. And just kind of like a zigzag type of thing for his shoelaces. Kind of imagine this, but like on the sideways. And then kind of like just some shoe design here, just 2 lines. Kind of drawing the sole in the bottom there. That's pretty good. Could darken in this too. Like that. I could darken in the brush. Oh, and for the brush, we could kind of do like another rectangle here, just for like the metal part of like a paintbrush. If you're familiar. There we go. Probably put some circles in it, like some nails, which is just a circle in the middle, and then like a half circle here and a half circle on the side here, just to show like there's nails in it. And then for like kind of the plaited armor that we see here, we can kind of curve it around like this, and this, and then just kind of looking, seeing what we got. How should his other arm be? I guess his other arm could kind of be holding the bottom of the brush here. Like, does that look right? Kind of have his fist kind of open. Just really quickly sketch that in here. That look right? Only one way to find out. So basically what I'm doing is I'm seeing how well it look if he's kind of like holding the base or the bottom of the brush, like with his palm, like he's pushing down on it. And to draw that, I'm just drawing like the fingers very square, kind of around, with his thumb kind of curved around it like this. And like the hand pose looks right, but let's see if we can get his arm, his kind of arm to do the same thing. So I'll kind of have to curve this way and around that, and then go about there. Draw a little oval here for the open sleeve. And then I guess the 2 bones. Yeah, I guess that looks right. There's really no detail to the glove, it's just brown. So I guess you can draw on the cuff too. You'd see that a little bit. And last but not least, I'm just kind of darkening in some of the lines here so you don't lose them. Just kind of the scarf that looks very similar to, I don't know, like a flowing cape, or like Zero's hair from Mega Man. So basically what you do is you just kind of draw a big curved line going up, one going down like this, and then inside this curved line you just kind of draw another one, goes down and around, and starting from here it just kind of goes up and around and then kind of meets. Zoom out a bit. So basically it goes up and around. When it starts curving down, these two lines kind of meet like this, and then it starts from the inside and goes down and then into the one line. Something like that. So it just shows like it's flowy and connected. And yeah, that looks basically like it's it. He does have a kind of like a strap, now I'm looking at it, that goes across like here. So I guess you want to draw that in. It's kind of just a rectangle with just kind of like squares on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And just darkening some of the lines here. And yeah, that's pretty much how you draw ink sands. From Undertale, I guess. I don't know if he's just like a fan version of Sans or something, or like some fan character, but if you type it in on Google, there's a lot of pictures of him. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, nothing else to say. Pretty easy picture to draw. Again, Sans not very hard. He's really basic and kind of cartoony. And, you know, so I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, just erase that. No, it looks pretty good. Oh, anyway, guys, I guess that's it for this drawing video. Let me know if you like this style where I just kind of draw freehand without a guide. Because again, the only guide I was using was that picture to draw this one, and I was just looking for like details and stuff. But let me know if you like this style of video where I just kind of draw just kind of off, like no preparation, just kind of draw into it without like redrawing another picture that I usually do. And the reason I did it for this one is because I already have like 2 or 3 other videos of Sans, so I want to try something new with this one, and just kind of show like the drawing process of like how you should think and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like this style of video. If you do, I'll try to do more of them. Anyway, thank you again, Fredbear the Bear, for the request. It was really fun to draw. I hope you guys can draw it now, and I bet you can with a little bit of practice, maybe like 3 tries, you know, really drawing it. You'll get it down. So, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer you back. And if you have any requests, feel free to leave it in the comments. The way requests work is I take your name and your request, put it on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday when I make a how to draw video, I will hopefully get to it. There's no order, rhyme, or reason. It's just what I feel like drawing that day. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, and you can follow me on DeviantArt, Twitter, Twitch, links in the description below. All that good YouTube stuff. Remember to like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.